I get so many of my best qualities from my mother. I'm sure you're the same. What's up, magical people? Welcome back to Your Most Magical Life. I'm Mia Magic, and today we are talking about some special ways to celebrate Mother's Day. I've never made a video about this. I'm really excited, and I have such a special relationship with my mom. I'm so grateful to her. She accepts me for all of my crazy psycho shit that I'm super into. She just looks the other way for the things that really freak her out, But she's come to my retreats. She is such a gift in my life. And so for those of you who have a really special relationship with your mom, you're so fucking lucky. For those of you who have lost your mom, I'm gonna have a little few tidbits for you as well. Or maybe you don't have a relationship with your mom. And so for all of us, regardless of your level of closeness or connection to your mom, the most important thing to remember on this Mother's Day is that there is a mother that we all share. And her name is Mother Earth, Mother Nature, the great mother who birthed us all, who gives us every bite of food, every drop of water, every breath of air. And this is actually a day where not only can we celebrate our biological mothers, connect with our biological mothers, but we can do that. The best thing to do, my number one recommendation, is to go into nature with your mom. Go create some kind of special experience, even if that's just sitting beside a river or a creek or a lake together. Maybe it's just walking through your local forest or woodlands or meadows, whatever it is. But for me, that was actually really the turning point in my relationship with my mom, is when I became so deeply connected to nature, and when I really left New York City in my early 20s and came back to California, and then started coming up to my place of birth in Northern California in the Redwoods. And I was going up there alone a lot. And then finally, I remember one day I just asked her to come with me. And she started coming with me when I would come home for Christmas or at the summer or whatever it was. And then she started going herself. And she really, it's so sweet, makes me want to cry thinking about it. She really credits me again and again. She said it on her last birthday. She said it on my last birthday. She's like, you really reconnected me to nature. You really brought me home to the Redwoods and why I moved here and why we raised you all here in the first place. And so that is such an incredible gift to return to our moms and to help them remember that there is this great mother, because a lot of our mothers, especially if we're doing this deep work and we're healing our ancestral lines and we're working on our feminine and our masculine and how we balance the two, and we're doing the trauma work, it's very unlikely that your mom did that as well. Maybe you got one of those really lucky ones, my mom certainly was not into that stuff. So that's not true. She was back in the day, but then she stopped being into it anyways. I don't know. We've talked a lot about it. I'm like, why did you used to go to psychic workshops and now you don't want to go anymore? And she's like, oh, I just got into other things and business. I'm not psychic anymore. I'm like, Mom, you can't not be psychic anymore. Okay. And she is. She's the most psychic person I know. Anyways, different video. And speaking of celebrations, for those of you who are watching, we are beginning an incredible manifestation portal during this Taurus abundance season on May 6th, the Quantum Manifestation Accelerator, working with the universal laws. Everybody knows about the law of attraction. There are 13 universal laws. There's so much more than we've been taught. And calling in whatever specific desire in one area of your life you want to manifest in 7 weeks. So it is going to be so potent, so powerful, so profound. I have created this incredible framework that is based off of information that used to only be available to high-level spiritual initiates. And it's such a gift that has become more accessible. And it has been truly the pathway and the process that has allowed me to manifest everything that I have in my life by working with these laws, understanding how they operate inside of me and in my own life, and has allowed me to then bend reality in my favor and make again and again things happen that people tell me are impossible and will never happen, like getting a 4-project deal with Hay House, manifesting a partner, all the things, everything someone's told me I can't do, I have done. So just got one big major life goal still going on, but that's okay. We're getting there. We're working on it. We're doubling down now. If you watched my last video about Beltane, it's coming. It's happening. Let's fucking go, okay? So if you would like to join me in the Quantum Manifestation Accelerator beginning on May 6th, please click the link below. It is going to be the most transformative portal you've ever experienced. This is not like any other course or program or mastermind or coaching experience that you've ever done before. This is utilizing the laws of the universe. It's not me, it's nature. It's how nature is formed, it's how nature functions. And that is the most powerful wisdom that we can tap into and access. And of course, you guys know, like, I'm nature's biggest fan. I will always be slanging nature 24/7, okay? That's what I like to do. For those of you that have lost your mom, this is a really beautiful time and day to go and spend it in nature with yourself and with the great mother. Let her embrace you. If you have wild waters where you can just like allow yourself to surrender. I know that some of them are really cold. I got into the lake here in Texas the other day and I was like, oh my God, it's hot compared to being in the lake in Montana that is like frigid snowmelt. So if you're in a place where there's wild water that is fairly warm, like go and enjoy it. Let yourself surrender. Fall back into the arms of the mother. We are all born from the water. Not only did life evolve from the water, like bivalves were the first organisms, you know, like clams and mussels, and they're called bivalves, like oysters and stuff, like kind of an organism, kind of an animal, kind of a shell, not really sure what they are, you know, first organisms. All life evolved from the water, and we're all born in an amniotic sac. We're born in a fluid sac, a ball, a bag of water. Or swimming around. Like I really, sometimes when I have like journeys where I'm like, oh, I have gills. Like I can breathe underwater. I'm gonna just dive into the water. I'm gonna be able to breathe because like I know I have gills because I've lived in the water before. Not a smart idea all the time, but you know, I have dreams about breathing underwater all the time because we all once lived in the water. At some point in your life, you lived in the water. That's how you got here. And so water is a really amazing resource during this time. If you don't have a physical mother to celebrate or connect with, you can just surrender and let the water hold you. And you can use it as a womb. You can use it as a rebirthing practice. You can use it as just a surrender, just a holding, just a reconnection to that great mother energy, to the womb of life, which is the water, which is the oceans. So it's an amazing thing to do. This is like, you know, hi, have you met me? Like, all my videos. This is a pitch for you to connect more deeply with nature. Here I am, nature's greatest salesperson. Go out and hang out in the forest. Go talk to the trees. That's the best thing you can possibly do. So I do have a free channeled writing practice on my website. And it's a pop-up, so you can find it, access it. And that's an amazing practice to do, especially if you don't have your mom. You could do it together with your mom if she is there, if she's down to come to nature with you. And this is a practice that I've done with my family and my parents too. It's like a very accessible practice. And so it's just calling upon, so you can call upon Mother Nature, call upon the forest, call upon the trees in front of you, call upon the lake, the river, whatever it is, the ocean. Please write to me. So he says, I call upon X. Please write to me, through me, whatever I'm meant to receive in this moment, or enter any messages you have for me in this moment. And you can ask Mother Nature in her way to present you with some insight, some information. It's a great practice to do with your parents and then like share, trade. Super sweet. I've done it with my dad and my mom and my brother. And it's really fun. And so that's a great practice to do. Another thing is to just tell each other what you've learned from each other. Tell each other what you're grateful for. Talk about the things that have made you who you are that come from your mom. That like she get it from her mama thing, and this goes for men too, and all people, no matter what your gender is. But what are the blessings, or what are the great skills, the gifts? Like my mom is such a Sagittarius. Like, my God, we don't know her birth time, so I don't know the rest of her chart, which is so annoying. But she's such a Sagittarius, and I'm a Gemini, so opposites attract. That's where we get that term, is from astrology. My family is very edible in that way. My dad and brother are Aquarius and Leo. My mom and I are Sag and Gemini. So my dad and I are both air, and my mom and brother are both fire, and we're both exact opposites by like a day or two. It's wild. Like my birthday's the 8th, my brother's is the 9th, my mom's is the 24th, my dad's the 27th. It's like very like squared, which if you know our family dynamics, you would understand. But I've just gotten so much of my adventurous spirit, my philosophical inquiry and spiritual questing from my mom. She is just so curious about people. The things that used to embarrass me about her are things that are like such normal parts of my day now. Like talking to everybody, touching people. She used to like touch my friends. She'd like rub their arms and stuff. She's like one of her love languages is physical touch, probably the most important one. Oh my God, she's touching people again. What's she doing, Mom? Like, don't fucking touch my friends, you freak. Like, wait. And now I'm like so touchy, and I'm like rubbing people like while I'm hello, and like grasping their hands, and they're all like you're touching me. Well, people are into it, you know, like I'm very good at touch, but it's also, I just noticed myself doing that. So talk about those things. Talk about your favorite memories with each other, the stories that you value most, maybe from your childhood or from your most recent years and connections together. The best thing you can do for and with your mom is to create an experience. So if you have the resources, like nature's free, right? So you can go out into nature anytime, no problem. Nature is free, but create an experience for her. So what's something that maybe she doesn't do for herself very often? Like one of my mom's things, she's like, I think that if everyone in the world got a massage once a week, there would be no war, you know? So I know that she really loves a massage, but she doesn't book them for herself very often. She definitely doesn't get one once a week. She gets one like once a year. So like that's a really great, easy thing to do, right? Moms love and appreciate acts of service, right? How often does your mom just do literally everything for you? What do you do for her in return? What are you doing for her reciprocally? Not like tit for tat, right? Because like moms are so selfless and they do a lot just for us out of the goodness of their hearts. But what can you do for her, with her, that would really be meaningful to her? And every mom is different, right? So some moms are like super creative and they would love to go to a pottery class, or they would love to like go see some live music, or they would love to go shopping. Like if I said to my mom I wanted to go shopping on Mother's Day, she would run in the other direction and be like, you don't fucking know me. Like that is the opposite of what my mom would ever want to do. She hates shopping. She hates consumerism. She's like a hard no on all of that. So thank goddess, that's another really good, big, important thing I got from her is awareness of the earth and sustainability and philanthropy. And so like something my mom would love to do is like go serve food to the homeless, like go be of service in some way, go give of ourselves, give of our time, give of our wealth, not necessarily financial wealth, but the true wealth, our attention, our time, our energy, and go and offer that to someone else. My mom loves that shit. She's so into it, you know? And thank goddess, because it helped me become who I am. So think about the things that your mom loves. Think about the things that she doesn't do for herself very often. Think about the things that would give her joy or that would be of service to her. Like if she's spending most of her days doing X, Y, or Z and she's tired, right? Even if it's just like, you know, flowers are great. I love flowers, okay? I love them. These smell so good. Oh God, a good lily, Lord have mercy. It's like peonies and roses, jasmine, those are my favorites. So flowers are great, but what could you do that she would remember, that would really be impactful for her? What's her favorite meal? What's her favorite restaurant? Again, I want to make sure that you know that you don't have to use money. You don't have to spend money on her to create a special experience. Even if it's just like, hey mom, I want us to go out and like, I'm gonna pack us a picnic and I want us to sit, you know, maybe at a view or an overlook that she really likes, or maybe by a body of water or in a forest or in a meadow, somewhere that she likes, and maybe surprise her, like just take her somewhere. And even just that, usually just someone else making the plan and making the decision and doing the sort of like heavy lifting and the work for her, taking it off of her plate, just that alone is an act of service to your mom, because she's probably doing a lot. She's got a lot on her mind. She's got a lot on her plate. She's got a lot going on. Now, if you do have more resources, you can, you know, get her something special, like a cool, you know, maybe she doesn't believe in astrology and you're like, I'm going to get her an astrology reading and like, I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to see what happens. Again, like I don't have my mom's birth time, so that isn't a gift that I could give her, unfortunately, which is so upsetting because I would love, it would blow her fucking mind. And she's got to have like Pisces in there because she's so psychic. Like, I don't know, you know, like I don't know because I don't know her birth time. So she's just a Sagittarius, which is so weird because none of us is just one thing, right? But think about what would be something that would feel really inspiring or supportive to her. What is maybe something that you could offer to her that would allow her to create deeper connection with you? And how could you guys find like maybe some form of bonding through this practice or through this experience? And again, it's like, if you just bring art supplies, oh, we're gonna go out and like paint a picture of this meadow where we are, or like this overlook or this view, you know, maybe your mom's really artsy, like my mom and I thought my dad would like that, but like my mom, we don't really, she doesn't like make art. She has the most beautiful penmanship, but I don't know if I've never seen her like really draw anything, so I don't think that would be the thing, you know. But think about your mom. And what were the things that she would always do for you as a kid? What were the things that she made an effort to create joy for you? You know, maybe just take her to a dance class, right? It's like, oh, we're just, and like maybe it's something silly. It's like line dancing, you know, it's not like, you know, hip hop choreography or a striptease, right? Like take her to something that she would like. So experiences are my number one recommendation. That is the thing that then your mom will remember. If your mom's like crazy, you know, take her skydiving or whatever. So like there are a lot of different layers, but the most important thing I believe is creating a deeper kind of conversation and a connection. And if you lead, I know a lot of us in the spiritual world, you know, our parents aren't into it. But if you lead with really accessible questions and conversational topics, and it's just about expressing gratitude and the things that you've learned, and, you know, Mom, when I watched you do X, Y, or Z, it really showed me A, B, and C. And that part can be short, you know, like make it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Like maybe she's not super comfortable with things like that. That's okay. That's okay. But take it upon yourself to lead, to make sure that she knows some of your greater or deeper appreciations, right? Like some of the stories, some of the things that have impacted you, that have stayed with you. That's super fun. And again, it's simple. It's easy. It doesn't cost anything. So remember, special ways to celebrate Mother's Day are about creating an intentional space where the intention is to be of service to her, to connect with her. If her love language is physical touch, maybe you just rub her feet and tell her these things you appreciate about her in some beautiful meadow in nature after you've brought a little picnic of her favorite foods. Easy. You know how meaningful that would be to your mom? So meaningful. Maybe you make her something, right? Like moms love, I remember all the times where like, my mom doesn't want a thing from me. She wants something that I care about, that I create, right? So maybe you like teach her how to make little flower crowns and you're just making flower crowns out in the world, or like, you know, little ferns. In Hawaii, there's this epic, beautiful way you can make little fern crowns, like just something sweet. I actually think that creating an intentional time and moment just to spend together is the most impactful thing you can do. And then find a way to be of service to her. Take something off her plate. Scratch something off her to-do list. As many things as you can, right? Even like for me, one of the things that I like to do for my mom is like hire someone to do something, like whether it's an organizer or a chef or a driver or whatever it is, because I can use my financial resources to alleviate her burden. So I can, again, you don't have to spend money, but like if you have it and you're down for it, which like you should be, because you wouldn't be here without your mom, you know? It's so funny, whenever I'm like trying to take my mom on the gorilla safari this year, it's like a very expensive trip, and her spirit animal is the gorilla, and I'm like, Mom, let's go see the gorillas. She's like, I don't want to disturb them. I don't want to. I'm like, I'm literally offering you the trip of a lifetime. She's like, oh honey, it's so expensive. I don't want you to spend the money. I'm like, but I want to spend the money on us going, because you're old, you know what I mean? But like, you might not be around next year. Please goddess, I hope, but like, why would we not want to go and do that? So whatever you can do, whatever resources you can spend, your mom has given you the greatest gift, which is life. And so if you are open to returning that gift in a way that utilizes, again, your resources, whether that's time, attention, effort, energy, or money, whatever it is, in order to be of service to her, you're going to touch her. You're going to make her feel good. And that is really the most important part of Mother's Day. And the second most important part is to remember the mother we all share. So don't buy your mom a bunch of shit from Amazon. Don't buy a bunch of plastic. Don't make the world worse for our mother. You know, maybe like if she is into shopping, like maybe you go thrift shopping and you like buy her a bunch of new cute stuff from the thrift shop and like style her and like maybe make, you know, it's a little more fun than she would normally wear. Again, my mom would hate that. My mom's closet has looked the same since like 1994. So, you know, not much changing over there. It's fine. She's into different stuff. But now I'm fully committed to secondhand in everything, in my clothes, in my furniture, in my kitchen appliances, all of it. And I got a lot of that from her. She still thinks it's so funny. She's like, God, I remember when you were in high school and you wouldn't even walk into a thrift store because of the smell. And you just thought it was all so gross. And I'm like, I know, thank God I've changed. I was such a bitchy teenager. Anyways, bless. But remember that no matter what you do with your mom, no matter how your relationship is with her, there is a relationship with the great mother. with Mother Earth, with Mother Nature, that is always there, that is it's never too late to reconnect with. She will always welcome you home into her loving arms and warm embrace, no matter how long it's been. So if that's what you need, if to be in service to the great mother, what you need is to go out into nature and connect with her and just lay beneath a tree. Maybe try that channeled writing practice, or just listen, like, what does she have to say to you? What invitations has she got for you? That is the most potent thing you can do on this day. And it's like right after this Beltane portal. It's right after we start QMA too. You know, it is a beautiful time for manifestation, entering into that powerful Taurian vortex, the abundance of the earth, the awakening of life, the blossoming of the flowers. Maybe you go out and like forage something with her and then like make something special, like a tincture or a medicine, or like, you know, what's the first, I don't know, I don't have a farm yet, but like, what's the first fruit that like is available and you can like go pick it? Or, you know, it's like something wild. Like my mom loves the trillium in the redwood forest. She like sends me a photo every time. She's like, first trillium. I'm like, cool. You know, like whatever it is that she's into, what can you do? And then think about the earth, our sacred planet, Mother Nature. And we know what she's into. She wants to heal. Maybe you guys go plant a tree together, or a bunch of trees. Maybe you change up her garden with all indigenous native plant species. Maybe you rip up her lawn to make it a meadow so that the pollinators have somewhere beautiful and she doesn't need to use Roundup and like bullshit anymore. Whatever it is, consider the role, the impact on Mother Earth and Mother Nature, and on your mom. They're reflections of each other. We are nature. So how can you be of service to the mother on this day? And if you really consider that, that inquiry will guide your way. So thank you all so much for watching. Again, if you would like to join us in QMA, the link is below. We have a spectacular worldwide coven. This is going to be deep coaching, connection, Zoom calls with me every week, live in the flesh, so that we can really dive into supporting you in creating whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. And it is my last online program for a while. I will not be teaching in that format for the foreseeable future. So it's the last opportunity to drop into that kind of cauldron and beautiful coven experience with me. So if you'd like to join us, make sure you click the link, and I will see you all in the accelerator. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm gonna be doubling down here on this platform. I really love this longer form content and being able to just jam and sit and chat with y'all for more than 15 seconds on IG. And so make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, because there's lots more magic where this came from. A ton coming, can't fucking wait, including like swimming with whales in Tonga in July on a private island. Yeah. So excited. That's my favorite trip this year so far. My mom's like, I don't want to do the gorillas. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm going swimming with whales. So fine. But if you are not subscribed already, it is super supportive just to hit that subscribe button so that I can keep making content for all of you and really shift my business around to be making this more of my focus and be able to offer even more to y'all in this way. So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. I am Mia Magic, and as always, it is my deepest honor and pleasure to welcome you to your most magical life.